G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Great War Commander, Scenario 2, Fix Bayonets. And we are currently at time 5 of 10 with 1 victory point for the Germans, who have already lost a platoon and their Hauptmann. And we're about to go on with the French turn. So the French left has just started to move down through the marsh, heading down towards objectives 3 and 4, but the Germans have picked up their reinforcements, a team with an MG08, which is going to make life a little bit difficult there. We've been able to get Lieutenant Lockow and his platoon up into here to support this guy and maintain his cohesion again. And we have the runner up there now. These guys down here in the quarry are basically defunct at the moment. There's not much they can do. These guys will maintain their cohesion, but this guy can't. So what we're trying to do now is go on with the French momentum to try and come down and do some damage. So let's see what we have. And we finished with an offensive runner artillery request, and we've picked up another artillery request, a fire, and a move. Okay. Righto. So we don't have a recover to give us back our firepower here. Now, an offensive. Again, we could start bringing these down a bit closer. We don't have an advance, which is a bit of a pain, but we could start bringing them down, bringing them into, this guy's here. Sorry, here. I can't remember where he was. Oh, he's here, I believe. He came down through here. So we're bringing these guys down and try and fill up a little bit more here, but that's going to give these guys a free shot at them, so that then they can get some relatively good firepower back into here as well. There's not much sense in using an offensive over here because they can't move far enough forward to bring any firepower down. What else can we do? So what we might do first is a move. And we're going to look at the move for here. So this guy can go 3 to here. That's as far as he can go. And then we can bring fire on if we wish for the Germans, and they do have a fire order. So they are going to opportunity fire with the machine gun. So it's only going to be 8 up into here. We have 1 hindrance for the marsh, so it's going to be firing for 7. We have nothing to add to that. So 7 and 6, 13. And this guy is up here for 7. There's no cover or anything else in there. Do I have anything to help there? And I do not. However, I've got a counter-attack. Before making a defensive roll, you may suppress up to 2 activated. There, so nobody's activated, sorry. Forget about that. Duh. Okay, so we're firing up into here for 13. He's there for 7. Plus 11, he's fine. And we have a French sniper hitting at A4, which is all the way over here and does nothing. So he's gone as far as he can go. This guy moves forward 3. Again, we can fire. There is no hindrance this time, so he's firing for 8. Plus 9, 17. That's better fire. And this guy again is sitting here for 7. Plus 4 and is hit. And is broken. So I don't know if I really want to bring these forward. because that's not really going to help me at all, especially since I don't have a recover. So we're going to call it quits for that first order. So that opportunity fire is done. I think, and therefore I am. The next thing I think we're going to try is then an artillery request. And I'd still like to knock these guys out so they can't come up and support. Again, I would like to really drop some artillery here. The chances are, though, that it's going to end up on my people, and I don't have that recover. So I'm going to try and drop it down here again, from my forward observer to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 5 4s, so that's good. And then it's going to spread 1, 6. And 1 is straight up here, and then 6 is over to here. So all we're going to be looking at is drawing, and if we get a 10 or more, then we'll end up with lots of shell holes, and we do not. So that's our second order done. Again, we could do the offensive. The only troops I can really bring up is this guy to here, and these guys to here sort of thing, or this guy to here and then these to here. And they're going to get a shot off, that's for sure. But then that would give me these troops. I could bring him into here as well. Let's see how we go. Let's do it. I know we don't have a recover, but I've got to try this. So we're going to do an offensive. We're going to activate Captain Fleury and his people. So the first guy that's going to move is going to be this guy, and he's going to come in here to the wire, into objective 2, and take control of it. And at the moment, each objective is worth 2 VP. So the Germans lose 2. They only had 1, so that gives the French 1 VP, and then they gain 2 VP. So the French are now at 3 VP. These guys can now fire, and they do have a fire order, so they'll opportunity fire, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8 into here. I don't think there's anything blocking anything, no. So we have 8 into there with nothing to add to it. Plus 8 is 16, and a German event. And that event is Machine Gun Nest. But again, this is from October 16 onwards, so nothing happens. So this guy is in here for 7 and 3 is 10, minus 1 for the wire is 9, with nothing to help. But we are going to use our counterattack. Play before making a defense roll. You may suppress up to 2 activated enemy formations. These formations must be adjacent to one of your unbroken units. Okay, so to make life a bit easier for us, and we're talking about formations now. So we're going to suppress this guy. We could suppress this guy, but I think we're better off suppressing him. Like that. So we have 2 enemy formations that have been suppressed next to our unbroken bloke. So these guys are firing in here for 16. I don't have anything that can help him as such, so he's in there for 7. Plus 3 is 10, minus 1 is 9. Plus 7 is 16. And I will use... do I want to... I really don't want to use that. Oh! I'm going to have to just take it. So he is broken. The next guy that's going to go is this guy here, and he's going to go 2 to here. Again, we can fire this way, but we have nothing for this guy here. So we're going to fire 4 plus 1 is 5 into here. Plus 3 is 8. And we have a German event, which is High Command meddling. So that's got to be their next order. So we'll put that there. Okay, so this guy is in here for 10. Plus 11, he's fine. And we have a French sniper hitting at 08. And 08 is here and does nothing. So this guy can move again into these buildings. So he's gone 2, he's gone 4. They can fire again. This guy can fire in there with them now. So we have 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7 into there. Plus 10, 17. Ouch. And again, this guy is in here for 10. Plus 6, not enough, and is broken. Which leaves our last ones to come forward as these two into here. These are the only guys that can fire. So we have 4 plus 1 is 5 into here. Oh, plus 12 is 17. Okay. So we'll go up to 17. Time 6 now. 1 VP for the Germans takes the French down to 2 VPs. We reshuffle the German cards. That's the last of their opportunity fire anyway. Okay, so we don't have sudden death. We're at 6 of 10. The defender has gained a VP. We have no smoke or gas to remove. There are no reinforcing units to come out. Dig-ins, nobody has any that we can use at the moment except for... no dig-in. In fact, that's got to be the next order they give, so these are the only 2 cards that they have. And both sides still have a strategy card, so nothing to do there. Righto, so these guys are sitting here under 17 firepower. So we have 7, 8, 9, and 3 is 12. 12 and 11 is good. And we have the captain in here for 13 plus 10, and he's good as well. And which means now we can use our offensive. All of these guys are in range. This guy hasn't moved. This guy hasn't moved. This one, and these did, so they can form a fire group. So we have 7, 8, 9 firing into here. Okay, so we have 9, and we're going to add 2 to that to make it 11, and then we're going to add another 2 to it to make it 13, plus 8 is 21. We really want to knock them back if we can. Okay, so first guy is this guy here, and he's in there for 7, 8, and 3 is 11. Plus 10 is 21. So he's already suppressed, so it doesn't make any difference. The runner is in here for 7 and 3 is 10. Plus 9 is 19, which was pretty damn fine as well, but he's now broken. And Lieutenant Lockow is in here for 8 and 3 is 11. And 7 is not enough, not even with a plus 1. So he is broken as well. And that's the end of the French turn. They have no cards remaining, so they'll get 6 new cards. And they have 1, 2, 3 cards only. So it's time We go to time 7. The Germans get another victory point, taking us down to 1 French VP. Again, we have no dig-ins. We have no smoke. We have no gas. We have no reinforcements. Both sides still have their strategy cards. So it will simply be that the French get their other 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and they've got 6. So the first order that the Germans have to give is this, and it is a move order. Okay, a move order. What do they want to do with that? What do they want to do with that? So they can move, so they have to move. They can't just discard it, is my belief. So we've got a couple of choices. I don't really want to move anything here. I don't want to move this guy here. I don't really want to move these at all, or these. So I've got a choice. I could move the runner back. That's part of it. And he could come back into these foxholes here. Then these 2 could come under fire if we've got a fire order. But again, we don't have line of sight along here to here. So it would simply be this guy firing for 2 into here. Unless we activate this, and it's still, that'd only be 3. The most we can get into here would be 3 as such. So we could do that. Or I could just do a sneaky and move the machine gun from here to here. He's not in line of sight or anything else, and it's not going to really matter. But I think if we start moving this bloke back, he goes into the foxholes with his movement of 2. He's moved 1. We can have a look at the French and see if we've got anything, but we're not interested. So the second order that they can give is a recover. So we can remove this suppression and this suppression and this suppression at the moment, and then we'll try and do this guy first. So he's in there. Lieutenant Lockau's in there for 9, and 3 is 12. Gets a 9, so he is back on his feet. And our runner is in there for 6, and 3 is 9. Gets a 4, so he is back on his feet, which is always handy for a runner. And that's all they can do. So then we look at, again, cohesion. These guys are fine. This guy's fine. These guys are fine. Runner always remains in cohesion. Fusilier is fine. So again, this is the only one that goes out of cohesion. And the Germans get 3 new cards. We do a quick look. No defender stuff on them. And we're back to the French, who have got a recover, move, runner, offensive, artillery request, and another move. No advance. Arrgh. Okay. Okay, so I think the first thing we can do, we can't fire at anything unless we use an offensive. I don't know what the Germans have got. I'm going to have to do the recover first. I don't really have much choice in the matter. So this goes, and we'll try and recover these guys. So we'll start here. This guy's here for 8, and 3 is 11. Minus 1 is 10. And we get 12. So he fails. Okay, so we go to time 8, and we're down to 0 VP total. So we're doing a recover. I've got to reshuffle the French deck. So again, no smoke. No sudden death, no gas. Both sides still have their strategy cards, so it'll come down to dig ins. There is no dig in for the French. No dig in for the Germans. So we're good to go. So he has failed. So this guy now there for 11 plus, sorry, not plus 4, he gets a 4, so he recovers. And this guy's over here for 8 and gets 4, so he recovers, but we have an event first, which is Intel. Look at your opponent's hand. You may select one card there and place it in the discard pile. So let's just turn him over. He's back. And the Germans have a command confusion, a move, a fire, and a recover. Now, the command confusion is for a hidden unit. Play when your opponent discards one or more cards. Roll on the German support table. Yeah. And that could give them another leader and two fusiliers. And I think that's probably the most dangerous thing that's there. As much as I'd like to get rid of their recover, their fire, or their move, that's probably the worst thing that could happen from a French point of view, is them to get something. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. So we've done our recover, which leaves us 2 moves, a runner, artillery request, and an offensive. I am seriously thinking of dropping some artillery down here, as silly as that sounds, just to knock them down. So offensive-wise, I can't come any further forward with these guys. They've gone as far as they can go. They really need to... well, I suppose I could. Okay. This guy could actually move to here. He has 1 move, which would take him down the road to here, which would put him into these buildings. This guy could then move down into the wire, and these 2 could move down to here, ready to advance into here, and that gives us this straight line. But that means these guys are all going to get shots off every time. So the other thing I could do is try and move these guys and let them take the hit as a spoiling attack. And as much as I hate to do that, I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do a move. And we're going to move these guys. So this guy's going to go 3 to here. And the Germans are going to opportunity fire. So again, we have a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So only the machine gun can fire. So it's firing for 8. There's no hindrance whatsoever. They have nothing to add to it. So it's 8 and 6 is 14. And he's up there for 7. And 4 is 11. And I've got nothing to help him whatsoever. So he's hit. This guy is now going to go 1 to there. Again, we're firing for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy's still out of range. So firing for 8. Plus 5 is 13. And again, he's sitting out there for 7. And 9 is 16, so he's fine. So he's gone 1. He's now going to go here for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keeps him out of range of this guy again. Firing for 8. Plus 12. Firing for 20. Okay, so let's put that up there first. We go up to time 9, and the Germans end up with 1 VP again, and we shuffle up the German deck. We're at time 9 of 10 with 1 German VP, and we have 4, count them, 4 secret objectives at the moment. Wow. Okay, so shuffling up the deck. No sudden death. No smoke, no gas, no reinforcing units. Dig-ins. I have no dig-ins for the French. I have no dig-ins for the Germans. Both sides still have a strategy card. So this bloke has been hit for 20, and he's sitting there for 7. Plus 6 is 13, and he takes the hit. This guy will then move forward by himself for 3. No, I may as well move them together. For 3 to there. No. Him by himself for 3 to there. Again, firing for 8. There is no hindrance whatsoever. 8 and 9, 17. And again, he's sitting there for 7. And 11 is 18. And moves out here. So he's gone 3, he's gone 4. Firing for 8 again. Plus 3 is 11. He's got a bit of a chance. Sitting there for 7 and 10, 17. He's fine. So he's gone 3, he's gone 4. He goes 5 onto here. Firing for 8 again. Plus 7 is 15. And we have a German event, which is High Command meddling. So that's the next order the Germans have to give. So we have 15 to here, and now he's sitting there for 6. Plus 11 is 17. Doing well. And we have a French sniper hitting at J8, which is here, which takes out this Fusilier. Okay. So he's good. So 3, 4, 5, but he's on a road. He can move down the road 1 for 0. And again, we fire for 8, but now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we can't form a fire group anyway because we could only do the 1. So again, firing for 8. Plus 3 is 11. And he's there for 6. Plus 7 is 13. And again, we have a French sniper hitting at A2, which is right up there and does nothing. So then we can bring Lieutenant Labus down. And he's going to go 3 to there to start with. Again, we're firing for 8. Minus 1, because we have the hindrance through here, is 7. Plus 5 is 12. He's there for 8. Plus 8 is 16. And again, a French sniper hitting at I2. All the way up here, does nothing. So he's gone 3. He goes 6 to here. And again, we're firing up here. It's not real smart, I know. But we're firing for 8 with no hindrance. Plus 4 is 12. We took a punt on it. And this guy now, the platoon is here for 8. Plus 1 is 9. Plus 8 is 17. He's fine. And the lieutenant is there for 8. Plus 7 is 15. And he's fine as well. Okay, so that's our first order. That's gone. And now we can do our move, runner, artillery request, or offensive. And I think what we're going to do is an offensive as our second order. Right. And I think what we're going to do is our offensive with Lieutenant Grenier and all of his people. So the first guy to move is going to be this guy here. and he is going to go 1 to there. The Germans do not have a fire order. He's then going to go a 0 to there, so he's still at 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, and he'll go into the shell holes for 4, 5. And he's ready to assault, advance into here if need be. This guy now is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can he do it a better way? 1. Let's have a look at it. 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. But that leaves him out of contention. So no, 1, 2, 3, 4. A freebie. 5. This guy can go 2, 3, freebie, 4, 5. So he's followed the road. He's now with the main assault group. This line unit can move 5 by himself. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Freebie to here. And the machine gunner can move 2, 4 with the leader. So they're all going to come down together, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. They can go into here. It's about the best I can do. So into here, and the leader will come down into here as well. And then with the offensive, all of these guys moved. We can do 1 fire order or action into here. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 into here with nothing to help. 14. Come on, baby. And 9, 23. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So 23 into here. This guy is in here for 9 plus 1 is 10. They do have concealment, so that's only going to add 1. It's not really going to help. So he's in there for 10. Plus 8 is 18, so it wouldn't have helped anyway. But we have a German sniper, and it hits at B7. B7, and we'll take out... Who do we take out? Do we take out the specialists? No, we don't. We take out Lieutenant Grenier, which then leaves these guys swinging in the breeze. Okay. So he is broken. And then again, we have 23 into here, and he's in there for 9. Plus 7, 16, not enough, and he is broken as well. Right. Oh, we've given, oh, God almighty, slippery little suckers. I'm just trying to tidy it up a bit. Still not looking all that tidy, but it'll do. Okay. So all these guys are in here in foxholes. He's in here in foxholes. That's 2 orders done. We have 1 more order that we can give, and we have a move, a runner, or an artillery request. Okay. These guys have already moved. Where do we call down artillery? In fact, no, we're going to do a move. So we will move as our last one. This guy here will move to here, to here. This guy will move to here. Sorry, he's already moved. He was part of Lieutenant Grenier's. And these ones will move to here, like that. So we're prepared to assault into all these areas. And that's it for the the French, I should say, and they get 4 new cards. And we're over to the Germans, and they have to use this one first, and it is a fire. Okay. Right. So what are they going to fire? So they can't really do a great deal here. I don't think it'd be really worth their while. They could fire with these guys into here and try and knock him out. That'd be for 6, 7. Not great. But they could fire here to try and knock him out because he's there by himself. So we'd be firing for 8 to 8. I don't have anything to add to it, but he's got no cover and he doesn't get any leader bonus, whereas this guy would be here for 9. Yeah, and we'd have a chance of going after the leader as well, but I'm trying to knock their troops down. Or I simply go here, because he's only there for 6, and try and knock him down as well. I don't know if the French have picked up a recover at all. But if I want to knock troops off, this is the best troop to fire at. So that's what I'm going to do. Machine gun firing to here. So we're firing for 8. I've got nothing to add to it. Plus 8 is 16. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So he's there for 8. Plus 3 and he's gone. And that's the first French casualty, 2 VPs to the Germans, and they're now at 3 VP. And that leaves a recover and a move for the Germans. So they're going to do their recover. Okay. Now, what I forgot to do, sorry, again, because I'm an idiot, is this guy is suppressed. And this guy is suppressed. And this guy is suppressed because of Lieutenant Grenier being knocked down over here and this guy being out of range there. Okay, so recover for the Germans. Let's start with the machine gunner. He's in there for 10. And he gets a 10, so he just stays suppressed. So I'll just take it off this guy. So he's suppressed. He can't do jack. The Fusilier now in there again for 10, and he's fine. He bounces back. It was just a shaving cut. Our little Fusilier over here again now is there for 12, and he is back. And that's their people. They can't do any more, so we do their cohesion check again. This guy is in cohesion. These are in cohesion. But again, this guy is not. And that's that. So 3 new cards for the Germans. No defender only stuff on them. And I think that's probably it. We're at 39 minutes, so we better stop it there and then we'll come back with the French turn. So the French have done a ballsy move to try and come down here. It hasn't worked out all that well. they've suppressed this machine gun, which is good. These guys have bounced back. These guys are holding out well. We've been chopped up a fair bit over here. We are at time 9 of 10 with 3 German VP and 4 secret objectives. So it, again, is anyone's game. So we'll call it quits there, and we'll come back with the French turn next time. Take care. Bye for now.